Hello, hello, hello. It is yours truly, Dr. Shamika Dean, your favorite marketing solutionist. Y'all, come on in, come on in, come on in. As you're tuning in, you already know what to do. Let me know where you are tuning in from and be so kind to invite someone else in so that they can get blessed too. Okay. Hey, Leisha. Hey, Credit Connection. Hey, Miss Delta Diva. Thank you so much. Yeah, yeah. So again, just comment. Let me know what part of the world did you stop what you were doing and decide to tune in from Mobile, Alabama. Miss Janae. Hey, Tierra. Hey, Samantha. Hello. Listen, y'all are ready. I'm ready for this one too. I was actually sharing this with my clients today. With one of my groups of my clients today about how to overcome those pricing objections, right? So, hey, from Miami. Listen, I love Miami. I'm so ready to visit again. But I was sharing this with them and I said, you know what, I'm going to go live and I'm going to actually do a live about this today. And so how many of you have gotten someone from the sales page, right? They went to the sales page, they scheduled a call with you to learn more about what you do. And then when you get on the call with them, there is a price objection, right? And so that price objection may sound different. It may say, not right now. It may say, I need to talk with my husband. It may say that price objection may be, it's not in my budget at this time. So how many of you all have had that experience? If you've had that experience, just type, give me a 1 in the comment section. Hey, Miss Renee, because we're going to talk about it, y'all. This is going to be extremely, extremely valuable. So you want to make sure that you are tuned in, glued in, and so that you can get these jewels, because I'm more than likely going to delete this one because I'm sharing some stuff with y'all that I just share in private with my clients. Okay. All right. So Tierra says yes. Miss Janae says yes. Credit Connection says yes. Okay. So we've all been there, right? Hey, Courtney. Hey, Monique. So we've all, pretty much, many of us have been in that place, right? And it doesn't feel good. You can begin to kind of question yourself and, some of those things. And so I want to kind of help you today. And what we're going to talk about is the tiers of fears. Can somebody type that in the comment section? The tiers of fears. Here's what I want you to understand. Every objection has an underlying fear behind it. Okay. Every objection has an underlying fear behind it. All right. And so we're going to talk about this. Okay. So even when you're dealing with Lord help me, Jesus. Even if you're selling high ticket, yes, tiers, TIERS. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So even if you're selling high ticket, low ticket, mid ticket, there are still fears. Like, they sound different, they may look different, they may sound different, right? But it still is fear when you start to peel back the layers. All right. And so that's what I kind of want to talk about. So not price of, did I say price objection? Yes. Okay. So anyway, so I was sharing this, right? I was talking to my clients. And so I want y'all to understand this, that when it comes to pricing your products, when it comes to pricing your products, and when it comes to people paying your prices, it's never a people problem. Hear me and hear me well. It's never a people problem. It is always, always, always a messaging problem. So I want you to understand that. Somebody type that in the chat box. Pricing is not a people problem. It's always a messaging problem or a personal problem. So I like to say it's not a people problem. It's a personal problem, but it's either your messaging or it's personal. Okay. So I want you to understand that, again, there are levels, and we're going to talk about that today. Okay. And so this is how you're going to be able to handle those objections up front, right? You got to know what those objections look like, what they sound like. Yes, it's either a personal problem or a messaging problem every single time. All right. And so when we talk about a personal problem, I'm going to hit it from the personal problem side first, and then we're going to talk about, some messaging. Okay. So let me help y'all when it comes to this thing. So when it comes to a personal problem and pricing, right? It's going to either fall under these three tiers. All right, y'all ready? Confidence. All right, confidence, rejection, fear of rejection, or the fear of abandonment. And I'm gonna break it down to y'all because y'all are like, what? How? Right? So again, when it comes to it, pricing being a personal problem, it falls under three tiers: either confidence, the fear of rejection, or the fear of abandonment. Y'all ready? If y'all want to know how, type how, and I'm gonna help y'all today. Hey, is it Tanate? Oh, I'm not. I can't. Soul Coach. Hello. Hey, the whole budget. I'm glad you joined. Hey, B, I see you over here. Hey, Nicole and Courtney and Kwani, I believe that's you. Princess says that's it. It's those three tiers, right? Either confidence, fear of rejection, or the fear of abandonment. So how confidence, right? So here's how with confidence. So when you first started out in business, because y'all gonna find yourself in a minute. When you first started out in business, right? Your the confidence is about, number one, you being the confidence of starting the business, right? You needed enough confidence to start, and you need enough confidence to actually ask for the sale, right? So that's that beginning level tier, right? After you've asked for the sale and people have invested at that level, the next level of your confidence is you actually increasing your rates for you to charge what you need to be charging. How many of you have you know that it's time for you to raise your prices, right? How do you know? Because you're burnt out. You probably have more clients than you have time to serve them. You know that you need to raise your prices when you have clients that are telling you that you shouldn't be that you're not charging enough. And even your coach is telling you, hey, you're not charging enough, right? How do you know you need to raise your prices? When you know that you need to hire, but you don't have enough money to hire. That means that you're not charging enough, you're not priced properly, right? So again, what happens is you know that you should be charging, but you don't have the confidence. So your confidence is saying, here's what it sounds like: I don't know if people are going to pay me that amount. I can't articulate why they should pay me that amount, right? If I'm finding you, just say ouch. I don't know if people are going to pay that. The confidence, yeah, yes, thank you for being honest, right? Or you say, I don't know, like, why would somebody pay that amount for this? Is it worth it? Right? So that's confidence. It all leads right back to confidence, and that's what it sounds like. Okay. Whitney says, ouch. I will help you if you allow me to. Okay. So that's when it comes to, again, comes to pricing. Here's another way that your confidence is showing up in your pricing. What happens is you start looking at what everybody else is charging. Then you look at how long they've been doing it. Then you look at how big their audience is. Then you look at how confident they appear, or how perfect it seems that their website is, or their sales funnel, or all of those things, right? And so while you want to charge more, you start comparing yourself to other people, and guess what? It kills your confidence. So then you go back and charge what's comfortable. Let me say this, and let me help you out. If you set a price and you're comfortable with it, you are not charging enough, because the right value or the right price point will always challenge you. Do y'all hear me? When you are comfortable, you're like, yep, I'm comfortable right here. You're not charging enough. Because when you are actually charging what you should be charging, it challenges you. So again, Okay, see, Ayana said, ouch again. I love when people are honest because, sometimes we show up out here in these streets and we try to act like we are A-okay, right? Like we don't have any of these issues, okay? But again, so that's what it looks like when on a personal side when it comes to confidence. Now, what does that pricing issue look like when it comes to rejection, right? So, when it comes to rejection, you know that you should be charging enough. However, you if someone somewhere questions or challenges you, you will revert back because you want to fit in certain communities, right? You want to get in certain communities. So if someone in that community that you want to get in rejects or tells you you're not qualified to charge that amount, then guess what? Rejection. She says, "Hi, I'm Ayana. I don't charge enough, but that's going to change today. I'm loving it." Listen, it's all about knowing the truth because what the truth sets you free. Ain't that what the word says? Come on. Amen. Amen. Right. And so again, you will allow yourself to you once you're rejected or you feel rejected, you'll revert. Or the first time somebody complains about your prices and tells you something like, I can get that for this amount over here. I can get this for cheaper. You feel rejected. You think that they're rejecting you, but what you don't understand is that that person is not your ideal client, right? Let me help you. Here's how it shows. Here's another way rejection shows up in your pricing. You say things like, well, I want it to be affordable for everybody. I wanted to be where more people can't afford it. How is that showing up? Because the first thing that comes to your mind is you don't want people to feel rejected because you know how it feels to be rejected. Or you don't want people to think that, you're at a certain level and now you're looking down your nose at other people who can't invest at that level. Rejection. Y'all still with me? Hey, Brazen Lawyer. Hey, Victoria. Magical Studios. Hello, hello, hello. Y'all still with me? Because I'm telling you, I'm gonna help you if you allow me to. That's what it looks like. That's what it sounds like. Because again, a pricing objection, there is an underlying fear, but you have to understand that it's not always the people. Sometimes it's personal. But it's easy for us to skip past ourselves and say, well, people just don't want to pay nothing, or people just want something for free. If you're saying things like that, I promise you it's a personal problem, not a people problem. Because people buying stuff every day. People are buying $30,000 and $40,000 cars, $30,000 and $40,000 programs every single day, all day, like clockwork. So pricing is never, it's not always the people problem. It's a personal problem first. Okay. So that's how it shows up. That's what rejection looks like. Here's what pricing objection, a personal pricing objection looks like when it comes to the fear of abandonment. When you raise your prices, your main thought is, if I increase these prices, I'm going to lose all these clients. Right? But you do know that everywhere you start is not where you're supposed to stay. And you've already served those people on that level. Now it's time for you to get to the next level because there's another group of people that are waiting for you to serve them. Hey, y'all. Hey, Whitney. I'm talking real good today. Hey, Willie K. Hey, Farm Praise. Hill Girl Hill. Hello, hello, hello. That's what it looks like, though. It looks like I don't want to raise my prices, right? Because if I raise my prices, then, oh, Miss Janae said, woo, yeah. If I raise my prices, then I'm going to, Tiara says, yes, you're talking to me. Hey, Alicia. Listen, you're like, I don't want to raise my price because if I raise my price, I'm going to lose all of these people. They've been riding with me. They've been rocking and rolling with me. They're the reason that I was able to get to this level. Who am I to run off and leave them? Who am I to act like, I've made it to this level? All of those things. But the thing is, it's really just a fear of abandonment. You are afraid of losing people because at some point in your life, somebody you feel that you trusted, that you start liking, loving, you feel like they abandoned you. You feel like they left you, right? We got to talk about it because see, most people are going to teach you the type of marketing strategies that just some of the stuff you can Google. I'm out here trying to teach you what's really going to help you, not just with marketing, but it's going to help change your whole life, and then some marketing too. Jensen over here with one eye, her eyes like y'all are hilarious. Y'all are hilarious. Yes. Yes, Ayana. There are people on the next level that are waiting for you. You have already served the people at that price point. And if those people are still at that price point, that's okay because there is somebody there for them. Let me help y'all with this. You are a servant, not a savior. So once you serve those people at that level and now it's time for you to elevate, then you have to keep elevating because you leave the other people on the next level starving because you're still trying to stay at a level that's comfortable for you. And oftentimes it's not even that you're the root of it is not that you're really truly worried about leaving those people behind. Is that now you know that you have to do some work to even be accepted on this next level too. And not that we are trying to be approved by people, right? But we know that now this is a new territory. This is a new audience. And we have to do the work. We've proven ourselves here, but now we have to go and we got to do the work here. So that's where it happens. When it's time for you to raise those prices, you're in a whole different level. You're amongst a different group of people, a different audience. So not only are you you're thinking, oh my God, I'm gonna leave these people behind. You're thinking, man, am I even ready to run to run with these people that are charging 5 figures or high ticket, right? How are these people on this level going to feel about me? Would they accept me for who I am, the authentic me, the version of me that I've created, right? Because you got comfortable right here. But when it's time to level up, you're now going to be challenged because you were doing your thug thistle when you were on the level, knocking it out, with low ticket. Now you got to get here. Now you got to still do more work. And what happens is now you got to face a whole new level of fears because your fears are still fears. They just have a different language. It just has a different language. So someone who's just starting out in business, right? Their fear will sound something like as I said earlier, that is anybody even going to support this business? Is anybody going to buy this? Is anybody going to pay me? Right? That's what the fear sounds like. But the next level of fear is still fear. You're just on a different level. It's still fear, but your fear on the next level is going to be, man, if I increase these rates, then I'm going to lose all these clients, right? But it's still fear. It's still a fear. And the fear, it just has a different language to describe it. That's all, but it's still fear. Right? So I'll share a fear. She said, Tiara says, girl, my edges have left the building. So, for example, I'll share this. I remember when it was time for me to start speaking, and I would say this because it satisfied me, right? And my fears, I would say, well, I know I'm not going to be accepted or be speaking corporate because I'm just not corporate. I'm not corporate, right? But that was a story that I had been telling myself because there was a fear that corporate America wouldn't accept the authentic version of me. But here's what happened. When I was real with myself about the fears that I was really experiencing and I dealt with it, that's when Think If It came along and I was on their platform. Okay. That's when TubeBuddy came along and I was on their platform. That's when Zapier said, hey, we want to interview you. That's what Thinkific then said, I was one of the coaches that you needed to follow. But it wasn't until I was real about the fears that I had, which was a fear of rejection. Okay. So I just want to help y'all with that. So you have to understand that on every level, when it comes to on every level, there's a fear. Every objection that you get, there's an underlying fear. And it is up to you to be able to understand what language is your client using, okay, to describe their fear. So let me help you. I'm going to give y'all an example. Okay, let me give y'all an example. So let's just say that you have a mom who, this woman, she's a female multi-six-figure earner, right? And she's a great fit, right? She's a great fit for your program because she's a solopreneur. You can see she's doing all these things by herself. You can see that what she really needs to take her business to the next level is actually to start hiring a team and to hire a team and so that she can delegate and then create a system and implement some software, right? Because at this point, she's a multi-six-figure earner. She's doing well, but she's a solopreneur. You can see that she's exhausted, right? She has extremely low overhead in her business. And she has a spouse who takes care of all of the household needs. So I'm going to paint the picture for you all, but I'm going to show you what fear would sound like for somebody like that is a perfect fit for your offer. And then when you offer it with her, you offer her an opportunity, right, to invest in your offer so that she can take her time back, right, so that she can actually make more money and have more freedom, more free time, more flexibility, right? But when you make the offer to her, she says something like, well, I just need to get some other things in order first, right? Have you all talked to someone, you made the offer and they said, oh, I need to get some things in order first? How many of you all have heard someone that has said that, right? I'm gonna help y'all, okay? Because this is how you're gonna be able to overcome objections. You gotta know the language that they're using, right? And you have to be able to understand the objections. So she'll say, I gotta get some other things in order first. So here's what she's more than likely struggling with, right? Perfectionism. Y'all know that perfectionism is no more than glamorized or beautified procrastination, okay? And neither one of them are going to get you paid. And guess what? It's still fear. Because perfectionism is rooted in the fear of rejection. So what she's saying is she wants to get all these things in order first, right? Because she fears that possibly that if you go in and see that she doesn't have all of the things in order, then she would be seen as an imposter or a fraud. Because how many of y'all know that perfection doesn't exist? Does not. There's always going to be a flaw somewhere, somehow, right? So she's dealing with perfectionism, okay? And so she doesn't want to give anybody an opportunity to see any flaws. Because again, perfectionism has an underlying fear of rejection. Okay. Now let's go back to this potential client that we're talking about. It's clear that she has the overhead. She tells you, like, my overhead is really low. My husband takes care of all the finances, yet I'm making with ease multiple six figures a year, right? Let's just say she doesn't have any real debt, because I know some of y'all be like, well, maybe she has debt. Let's just say she doesn't. Okay. So what's going on here? More than likely, she has a fear of responsibility or a fear of failure, right? Hence why she's saying she doesn't have enough cash flow to hire when it's clear that she does. Because in her mind, if I'm responsible for more people, then I could possibly fail. They could also possibly see me fail, right? And how many of you know that the fear of failure is also rooted in the fear of rejection? Because if we failed in private and nobody knew we failed, we would fail and keep on failing and keep moving. Somebody say I. Because remember, I said that the tiers that they fall under is really what? Confidence, rejection, abandonment. Because if nobody ever made fun of you for failing, if nobody ever pointed out the fact that, oh, wow, you failed, you wouldn't care. You keep failing. So it's the fear of rejection. Y'all still with me? So how do you address this? How do you address this, right? In your messaging. How do you address this? So we talk about this and then I'm going to take you back and let's just say she had a pricing objection. So how do you address it, right? So what you say is, listen, I know you think that you have to have things perfect for before you bring on a team. I get it. I used to struggle with perfectionism too. I didn't want anybody to see me as a failure. I didn't want anybody to see me as a fraud, right? And so I wanted to have all of the things together before I allowed people to see my behind the scenes or to be a part of my team. So here's the thing. The truth is you actually want things to be imperfect. You know why? Because people commit to things that they have a hand in helping build. So you want somebody that can come in, see that something's broken, be able to fix it, take pride in it. And guess what? They love to be a part of that. They're going to commit. They're going to want to be a part of the team. Right? And then you can say, the other thing is that we're going to teach you how to hire staff, how to hire the help that pays for itself. How does that sound? So that way, you don't have to, that last line is going to take care of the fear of responsibility. The first part is going to take care of the fear of rejection that's rooted in perfectionism. Right? Right? Okay. So what happens if there's a price objection? If she says, okay, well, I want to invest, but right now it's just not something that, I want to kind of add to my debt. First, you got to help her see that this is not a debt. This is an investment. Investments get a return. Debts cost you, but investments get a return. Right. And so what you want to say to her is you want to say something like, here's what we do, because we understand that, we don't want our clients to have the worry of a monthly payment over their head. So here's what we've done. We teach you how to start generating cash immediately using things that you already have so that your investment is taking care of itself while you're building out or you're building that team, and while you're going through the process of creating whatever the solution or transformation your program is going to provide, right? So what you're doing is the price objection that she has is, oh my God, I'm really afraid that I might not make this money back. So here's what she's saying though. So listen to the language. What she's saying is, I don't want this monthly payment of this amount over my head. That's what she's saying. But what's really going on is, I don't know how I'm going to be able to account for this money that's coming out of my account. How am I going to be able to pay this, right? And it's going to take me at least 90 days before I can actually get the promise that this person is saying that I'm going to get. Because you understand this, right? You understand what the pricing objection is. You're now able to offer a bonus or a strategy or some kind of methodology that is going to satisfy the fear behind that, the underlying fear behind that objection. Did that help y'all? Ayana says, ma'am. Denisha says, okay, you're speaking to me. I help people hire teams. Right. You also have to elevate. Absolutely. So is that clear? Does that make sense? Do y'all see clearly how you handle the pricing objections to increase conversions. You have to listen to the language they're using and ask yourself, what is the root? What is the real reason that they are not taking advantage of this opportunity to solve the problem or get the transformation that they say they want? You have to again, yes, you have to understand what they are saying, what the real fear is, because every objection has an underlying fear, right? Because they're not saying no, they're not saying just no, right? Flat out no. They're not saying that. So that lets you know you have an opportunity. You have an opportunity now to silence that objection by, again, offering either some kind of bonus or a strategy or methodology to help them overcome that fear. Got it? Good. Hill says, speak to their fears in their language. So how many of you all, what is your biggest takeaway from what I've covered so far? Because I want to make sure that what I have shared with you is clear and straight to the point. There's some more tiers of fears that I'm going to talk about, but I'm going to talk about it from an entrepreneurial journey. I want to talk about the entrepreneurial journey and those tiers of fears, because there are tiers of fears for that as well. And I want to talk about that, but that's a whole nother live. So I don't want to go into that topic when the name of this topic was something else. Hey, Barbie doll. So talk back to me real quick. What was your biggest takeaway from what we have covered so far? Denisha says, my biggest takeaway was finding the roots of their objections. Yes, you got to be willing to ask yourself why. You got to be able to try to get into the mind of that client and understand. She said, woo, just got off. Now errands as I listen, then homework. Because here's the thing. Okay, so Ayana says her biggest takeaway was, I have already served the people on that price point. It's time to serve the next. I've been trapped in glorified procrastination. Yep, it's still fear and it doesn't get you paid. She said, toes stepped on, edges gone, lashes leaning, and I have a little heartburn. Oh, Jesus. But yeah, that's the key. So you have to first, you really need to understand they're not saying what they're saying. Somebody put that in the chat box. They're not saying what they're really saying. Hey, Mr. Smith, how are you? They're not saying what they're really saying. Let's see. Hill says, my hesitation is likely related to confidence, fear, or rejection. Oh, and I'm bought on the sides because my edge has been snatched. Hilarious. I love it. She says, I'm taking inventory of my own fear. I love it. I'm saying, listen, when you can own your stuff, you operate at a whole different level, because awareness is key to really understand why you are not moving at the pace, the rate that you desire to. My coach said this to me. Well, she didn't say it to me, but she said this one time. She said, you get what you settle for. And so when she said that, it shifted everything for me. And I remember when I was only making a consistent like 10K a month. Not only, let me take that back, because 10K months is still six figures, and only 12% of entrepreneurs actually make six figures in their business. So I don't want to ever diminish what I was able to accomplish, at that level, because it's something I never done. And I didn't think at one point that I was able to do it. But I was making, I was consistently seeing, 10K months, and I was grateful, but I also knew that I should be charging, that I should have been making more, right? And so when she said that, I said, you know what? That is so true. I settled. As long as I could make that amount, I was good. I was like, oh, cool. I made my 10K. I'm good. I'm going to go and do what I do. But here's the thing. I was burnt out. Um, I was still struggling to get clients. I was doing all of the extra stuff, but it was not showing up. The work, the amount of work, I'll say this, the amount of work that I was putting in was not generating the amount of revenue that I should have been receiving. So when she said that, that light bulb came on. I said, you know what? I settled for this. I decided that this was enough. And that's why I was at this level. So when I decided that was no longer enough, guess what? That's when my income, that's when my income started going up, increasing. 20K months, 30K months. And then I had my first six-figure sales month. I was like, oh, you ain't said nothing but a word, right? But I had to no longer settle. I had to make a decision that that was not enough for me. Credit Connection said that settling spirit will have you stuck, stagnated, and stressed out. You are right about it. You are right about it, because you can't really hire the help that you need to help. You can't scale making 10K months. It's a good starting point. Don't get me wrong. And there is no shade to anyone who is at that level. What I'm saying though is that it is not going to be easy for you. You have to do too much work to get there, and you're going to stay there until you're able to hire help and implement the right systems and software and things like that. I'm telling you, it's a good starting point. But when you look at the way that prices have increased, when you look at the cost of living, when you look at inflation right now, it's not enough. It's just simply not enough. Right? And so that's why if you're at that place where you know that you should be making more, and it seems like you're doing the things that you need to do, I can 99% guarantee you that it's here first. It's where you're having your biggest holdups and hindrances, mindset. And so we're going to be teaching mindset at Market Like a Mogul, because I understand once I help you break through mentally, the money is going to be so much easier for you to make. Okay. So again, the process that we take our clients through is mindset, because again, if your mind is messed up, your money will be funny. Right? If you don't have six-figure launch mindset, if you don't have six-figure quarters mindset, if your mindset is that it's going to take you a whole year to make six figures, then it's going to take you a whole year to make six figures, because that's the mentality that you have. All right. The next thing is we're going to teach you marketing messages that you can actually use to increase your qualified leads and increase your conversions without using ads. Okay, so we're going to be teaching you some organic marketing methods. All right, and so the reason why we want you to start with organic marketing methods is not because we have anything against ads. It's because if you haven't made at least 250K organically, then you should not be trying to invest in ads, because ads are not there to activate sales. They are there to accelerate sales. So if you're not selling to people organically, you are wasting money trying to buy them to buy your product, because that's essentially what you're going to be doing. So we're going to teach you organic marketing methods. And then the next part is move. We're going to teach you how to move like a mogul. Moguls use data, because data is the directions to dollars. Moguls use systems. Moguls hire help. Moguls use software to grow and scale their businesses so that they can take their time back. When you get into entrepreneurship, the path goes something like this. It's from employee to entrepreneur, from entrepreneur to CEO, and then from CEO to business owner or founder. Because the goal is for you to not have to work. The goal is for you to have the financial freedom and put other people in positions so that you can take 3 months off and be on the beach sipping on lemonade or sweet tea. I don't know what you drink. And you are still making money. Okay. That's the goal. That should be the goal, rather. Yes, data is the direction to dollars. A lot of people, the reason why you're not making the amount of money that you should be making and you're not maximizing it is because you don't know your numbers. You don't know what your conversion rate is. You don't know what your click-through rate is. You don't know what your most profitable product is. You think that your most profitable product is is because that's the one that's selling the most. Well, if it's only $27, it's really not necessarily the most profitable if you have a 10K offer, right? That you sold two 10K offers, but you sold $127 offers, right? It's not the most profitable, right? And so we need to know which offer is the most profitable. You have to know your numbers. She says, I wish it was a virtual option for, yeah, we didn't do virtual this time because we really want people to be in the room, because I understand there is just a different type of presence and power when you are in the room. It's just different. It's so different. And so I wanted to make sure that we created that space and that room so that not only you're going to be able to get the strategy that that you need to get, but that you're also able to experience the power and the presence of God, even at a business event, because we're going to let God do what he does, okay, at the event. So if you are, on the journey to 6 figures, or you are making 6 figures, but you're not making it as fast as you want to make it, and you should be making it faster and making more, then you need to be at Market Like a Mogul live. Market Like a Mogul, June 16th through 18th in Atlanta, Georgia. So the link is in my bio on Instagram, and it is also in the caption of this video. And someone, if you could type it in the comment section for me. It's marketlikeamogullive.com. You only have 10 days left. Somebody put 10 days in the comments. You only have 10 days left to register. Okay, 10 days countdown. You got 10 days left to register. And some of you may say, well, I already have a signature program, and that's good. Here's the thing. If you're still working 40 plus hours a week, you need to be at Market Like a Mogul Live, Market Like a Mogul, because we're going to teach you how to create it, automate up to 90% of your marketing and sales, so that you can literally work as little as 6 hours a month in client work and still have 6-figure months and 6-figure launches and 6-figure quarters. All right. So we're going to teach you how to do that. You say, well, I'm in, a different niche. How do I know, will a signature program work for me? Listen, I have thought about every niche, every industry that is known to man that I could think of, and I couldn't think of one that would not benefit or need to have some kind of digital course. Look at the price of milk. Look at the price of gas. Physical products, people that are selling physical products, they are having to drastically increase their prices above even what the value of some of those things are, because of the price point, because of the inflation that's going on right now. But those in the service provider, yes, it is for service providers, Janae. Yes, it is for service providers 100%. Every service provider. I have coached accountants, business credit specialists. I have coached other coaches. I have coached, not nail techs, beauticians. I've coached real estate agents. I've coached boutique owners. Um, every service-based entrepreneur, I highly recommend it. I also highly recommend it for product-based businesses to develop a digital course. I'm telling you, because that is where things are going. If you survived COVID, so you know how brick and mortar businesses were closed down. You know how people struggle to keep restaurants open. But guess what industry did not take a dive? Digital course, signature program creators. Their income increased drastically because you can always teach someone what you have done and you can package it in a digital course or a signature program. Signature programs and digital course. Do you know a signature program? You can get paid from that signature program at least, let's see, at least 7 to 8, I want to say 8 different ways. You can do one-to-one, you can do group, you can do VIPs, you can do intensives, you can do accelerators, you can do masterminds. You can do come on, Shamika, it's right on the tip of my tongue. You can do masterminds, VIP days, you can do one-on-one, you can do group coaching, you can do hybrid offers, you can do memberships. So that's 7 ways right there that I just named. And there's another one that I can't think about. Memberships. You can do mentorships. So that's 8 different ways that you can get paid through the one signature program that you created. And guess what? You can do a hybrid model, hybrid business model that does not increase your time, but it does increase your profit and your revenue. Yes, you can. Okay. And the way that we teach you is we teach you to do what we call is a scalable solution. So that way we teach you how to create this hybrid offer and still be able to only have a certain amount of client work, or we can teach you how to evergreen it where you don't have to do client work at all. And so if that's what you where you are, if you know you have expertise, you want to come from behind the chair, if you are, a beautician or a nail tech, if you've been in the product-based business and you're like, listen, these prices are going up too high, I still need another way to make income, then you need to be at Market Like a Mogul, because we're going to teach you how to expand your expertise through digital course or signature program creation. And we're going to teach you how to build out a 6-figure launch in just 3 days. Somebody type 3 days in the comment section. In just 3 days. That's what you're going to learn. And again, you only have 10 days left to register. We are already sold out of our VIP, but we do still have general admission available. Yep. And so we're going to teach you how to do it in just 3 days, but you still only have 10 days left. So you can go to marketlikeamogullive.com. Let me put it on the screen here. And for those who are on my IG, the link is already in the bio. I'm trying to think of any other questions, like some of the most frequently asked questions that we get, that we've gotten. I talked about if you already have a signature offer. I've talked about, if you're in a different niche. Yeah, I've talked about all the things that I can think of. If you have any questions, any additional questions, feel free to shoot me an inbox, and myself or someone from my team, we will answer answer any additional questions that you have. Again, you're getting 3 full days, y'all. So what I'm teaching you over 3 full days is priceless. Like the first hour, you're going to get your investment back. The first hour of the event, you'll get your investment worth. Okay. And we do also have some bonuses that you'll see on the page as well, when registering. Ayana, tell the people Ayana's coming. Yep, she would definitely be there. because your life is going to be transformed when you come to this event. So one thing I can't do is surface level stuff. My job is always to transform lives. And so just know that when you come into that room, your life is going to be transformed. Okay. Just know that your life is going to be transformed. So again, marketlikeamogul.live.com. Any questions for me before we hop off of the live? I want to make sure that I don't miss any questions. Someone said LinkedIn user, I don't know who that is, but they says, yes, we teach people how to treat us. Yesterday's price is not today's price. No. And so, and it's not always another time or another opportunity, you know? So we have to make room and make the moves that we want to make to move us to that next level, because there's not always going to be another opportunity. There's not always going to be another time. There's not always. So what I believe is that opportunity presents itself and you either grab hold of it or you miss it. It's just like that, right? There are times when I wish I had jumped on something a long time ago, but I didn't make the move. Yeah, so when you register, we'll send you the hotel information. I will tell you it's in the downtown area in Atlanta. The only reason we don't release it publicly is for safety, because we have a lot of women that are going to be at this event. People, period. We have some men that are going to be there as well, but I try to protect and keep people as safe as possible, because it's a crazy world out here. So it's not in a bad area. We're not in the, we're not in the hood or nothing like that, because Dr. Dean don't do the hood. I can't do it, because I don't want nobody fighting or ducking and dodging trying to get in their car, when they trying to come and get their life changed. But you will receive the hotel information as up on registration, but it is only 20, what was it, Ayana? 28 minutes from the airport. I can say that. And it's in the downtown area in on Peachtree in that area. So I can't give you that information. Yeah, I want y'all to be safe, okay? Because let me tell y'all about an experience. I had an experience one time, 25 minutes from the airport. Okay, thank you, Ayana. But I had an experience one time. I didn't know anything about this area. I had someone to find me a venue that was in that area. And when we got outside after the event, baby, we had to duck because there were gunshots out there. I said, oh, never again. So now, whenever I do any venue, I go to the venue, I pop up as a guest to see how they are going to treat me as a guest first. And what the experience is like without them knowing that I'm even interested in renting their venue. I check out, listen, but we would duck cover. It was crazy. Okay. And I said, then no, I'm picking my own venues, or I'm going to check out the scene myself from that day forward. Let me tell y'all, I don't play. I said, this is crazy, because the event that we had was so powerful, y'all. So many women. That's when I was doing a mile in my shoes. So many women were just so much breakthrough and power, and just the presence of God was so prominent in that place, only for us to get outside and have to duck and dodge gunshots, bullets, and things. I said, you know what, Jesus? I know you said, put on the full armor of God. I didn't know that you meant that I needed a shield. Okay. I mean, I didn't know that's what it meant. But yeah, was not firecrackers, baby. It was they were shooting. No, it wasn't firecrackers at all. No, wasn't fireworks. I know fireworks and I know gunshots. Okay. No, I should have knew something was wrong when we walked up and I seen a little baby walking across the street with his pamp on. I should have known then. I mean, but yeah. And the little kids, bless their hearts, they were like, where you going? Baby, where's your mama and daddy? But that's what happened. So yeah. Just know that I'm very particular about where I have events because of that experience. And yeah, Because what I'm not gonna do, I'm like, Lord, yes, that baby had on a whole pamper. No shirt, no shoes, nothing, just a pamper. So I said, oh Lord. Okay, so Canisia says that she's booked and ready to come, and she has information for people that need transportation from the airport to the hotel. So yeah, Kanisi, if you can give us that information, that would be amazing. So, and I just want y'all to know that when y'all come to Market Like a Mogul, do not expect me to be any different than what you see online. I am indeed. Ayana has met me in person twice, and she can tell you that I am indeed the exact same person online and offline. So if I crack a joke, just know, it could go either way. Okay. Um, but this has been great, great, great. Again, if you have any additional questions about Ayana said, yes, true story. I am the same person. I promise y'all, online and offline. I don't have time or the energy to be different, or to pretend. I perfected the posture of pretend for many years. She says, and gives the best hugs. My hugs are anointed, y'all. And if you approach me and hey Latisse, girl, it's something about Latisse. I really, really like you, girl. I don't know what it is yet. The Lord ain't told me, but I like you. But she says, and I get the yeah, my hugs are anointed. So listen, when I listen, when I hug you, if I hug you, or if I just sit there and look at you in the eyes for a long time, your life is being revealed to me by the Lord. Okay. So if you don't want the truth, if you don't want it, you might want to say, Doc, stop looking at me. Because all my friends say that. They say, don't look at me. Don't look at me. Aisha says, yes, she said, met me back in positioning yourself to be a wife days. I've been doing this coaching thing for a long time. She says, do you lay hands during the workshop? Listen, all I can say is whatever God say do, Dr. Dean is going to do. That's all I can say. Okay. Miss Janae says, that's how you did me a six-figure storyteller. Don't tell my business. Don't tell my business. Because they think I'm playing. They probably like, no, she's not. She's just playing. I'm not. The T says right back at you. Life coaching says, she says, woman of God, I love it. No, Tiara says, I love it. Life coaching with Sass says, Dr. Dean's energy is everything. Oh, thank you. She said, want to do it. I got both. Listen, I literally have my friends say, don't come over here with that. That's how they do me, y'all. I'm so serious. She said she looked through my soul and prayed. If I stare at you for a long time, I won't say anything immediately, but I'll probably look at you like this and just smile. And if you say, why? What are you smiling for? Ayana says, I walked past her and my spirit said, talk to her. Yes, is that the look, Ayana? Ayana said, that's it. Listen, my friends are the pettiest though. They always say, my let me tell y'all what's a running joke, right? So my friends say, do not ask Shamika to pray for you if you don't want her to pray for you right then. Like if you don't want her to pray, or they give a disclaimer. So they'll say, man, I need you to pray for me, but not right now. Wait until you get home. Wait until you get home. Or they'll say, don't come over here touching me because I'm not trying to fall out today. It's just like I get that all the time. Or they'll tell me, don't look over here. Do not look over here. Right. But I thank God for, the gift. I thank him for just, using me to transform others' lives. Canisia says, I'm a witness of her praying quickly. Don't ask me to pray if you don't mean right now. Because my mindset is, if you could have waited for me to pray, like if it wasn't a right now situation, then you would have waited to ask me. Okay. So don't ask me until you're ready. That's just that on that. Don't ask me until you're ready. Okay. So again, I have not created my full my slides are all of that good stuff yet for Market Like a Mogul. Y'all do need to be there. Again, you only have 10 more days to register. Um listen, I just don't have time to play with people. You want this prayer or not? That's the real question. You want it or not? No, I'm not joking, because I really do pray on the spot. Whether we in Walmart, Target, at a concert, I mean, it doesn't really matter. I have things to do. Okay. Make that a t-shirt. Make what a t-shirt? Y'all know I have quotes for days. I don't know what I said. Yeah, you're gonna get this word and this word. Stop playing with me. I tell people that all the time. I tell y'all that all of the time on my lives, in my messaging. You're gonna get this word and this word. Right. You want this prayer or not? This just, you said put that on a shirt. I will, because I'm gonna create a product line. My goal is to do it this year. So that'd probably be one of the t-shirts. You want this prayer or not? Stop playing. All right, y'all. So who's joining me? I know at Market Like a Mogul Live, I know Kanisi is going to be there. I know Ayana is going to be there. Anybody else is going to be there, let me know in the comments so I can shout you out. Again, we only have 10 more days, so I don't want you to miss out. I just finished I had a call with the designer today so that we can make sure all of the things are looking like they're supposed to be looking for the event. And I'm just excited. I'm excited about what's to come. All of those good things. I'm just excited. I am super, super, super excited. What is this? Oh, working on getting for me. Yes. So, Miss Janae, when you book yours, you'll get a bring a friend, and you can get your mom in on the bring a friend. Okay. So book do yours, and then you'll get your page where you can go in and get your mom for the bring a friend, and that's a discounted rate. Okay. So you get that option. So I would definitely say do it that way. So don't try to do, yeah, you get to bring a friend. Yep. So do yours, and then you can do your mom's at the bring a friend rate. But you won't get the bring a friend access until after you register for yours. And so that goes for other people too. So what you could do is, if you have a person that wants to come as well, then just calculate the amount. Y'all can split it, but and then share a room. Make it happen, Captain. You are welcome. All right, y'all. Well, I'll see the rest of you all there at Market Like a Mogul. I love y'all immensely and intensely. I have some other content, some other lives I'm going to be sharing too. So y'all may want to make sure you got your notifications on for my page and all that. Yep. Same for VIP. Yep. So anybody who is registered VIP, they can give you their bring a friend link. Yes. I tried to tell y'all don't pay attention. I tried to tell y'all. Y'all don't pay attention to me. So clearly y'all not listening. Clearly y'all don't be listening to me. Yes, the same thing for VIP. Yep, you have bring a friend. So y'all come on and get yourselves in the room. And for those who know somebody Reach out to them and see if they have a bring a friend ticket left. If you know somebody who's already registered, reach out to them and see if they have a bring a friend ticket left. Because every person that registered gets a bring a friend. So everybody that's registered has a bring a friend. So go to my page. Most of the people have been tagged. You do refer people to me, and I am grateful for you. Yes, you do. I have had people to tell me that you have referred them, and I am truly grateful for you. Yeah, so everybody that registered has a bring a friend. So just reach out to, there are some people on my page that I've tagged, reach out to them and ask them if you can use their bring a friend ticket. And there you have it. All right. Love you back. She said, let me run. Yes, run and run fast, ma'am. Thank you, Tiara. I love y'all too. I'm gonna get off here and go in here and take a lay down with the hubs because he was like, I want to spend some time with you. And I was like, okay, I just gotta do this live and then I'll be there. It's just married life. But I'm gonna take care of my home first, okay? Because if my home front ain't right, everything else is not gonna be what it needs to be. So the mister wants my attention and I'm going to give it. Oh, yeah. So Kinesia also just says, y'all, to book your room because they're almost full for the dates. So that lets y'all know you need to hurry up and get in the room because they're almost full. Because she actually had to go, she had to call the hotel to get a room because the room blocks that we had, I think most of the room blocks had already sold out. So they actually had to open up more rooms for us. And now they're almost at capacity for those dates. So you want to make sure that you go ahead and get your ticket so that you can also get your room so that you would, be right there at the venue because we're having the venue. Yeah, and the flights definitely are going up. Yeah. Yeah, they are. Yep. Yep, yep, yep. All right, y'all. Love y'all immensely and intensely. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'll see y'all when you register. I'll tag you. And let me know again if you have any additional questions. Okay. Bye bye.